Hope everybody's doing all right. Say thank you to Jesus for the troubles and the things that lets me know that He's still with me. I'm still alive. I'm still breathing, and that, okay? It's not about nothing but me and Jesus between us and you and Jesus. Do you understand? And when something may arise, that we have to have even more faith. Okay, if when things occur, um, we need to see the blessings in it. Okay, so yeah, y'all take what resonates. Okay, all right. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you, all the archangels of the highest white light, for being there and surrounding me and protecting me. Thank you, Jesus Christ, for always walking right beside me. Good morning, Deborah. And just giving me the hope to wake up and that. Because sometimes you just get in these things and you just like feel like that it's the end of the world, okay? But it's not the end of the world, okay? That's the devil talking to you. But I was watching this thing this morning, and I think that it's very interesting, okay? So our DNA spells out the name Yahweh, okay? It's 10565, okay? And it spells out the name Yahweh. Well, the scientists or what have you, they have added three strands of DNA called glyso something another, but it changes our DNA from 10565 to 1056665. Okay, y'all need to look into that. I just seen about it this morning, so I'll look into it as well. But they're trying to manipulate our DNA, and that may be um, that sign that's in our hand or in our head. You understand that they're injecting it into people, like when you go get a shot, or possibly when you get those virus shots, those like COVID and shit. I'm not sure about it because I just heard about it this morning. Anyway, let's get on with the reading and find out what's going on. I hope everybody's having a blessed morning, and let's find out what we need to do. All right. We got the Six of Cups in reverse. It says some kind of strife arising from vanity, thanklessness, unforgiveness. Okay? It says responsibility, harmony, alignment, healing, and empathy. Someone is ungrateful. Looks like it says Scorpio. Take that as resonates. It says we got another reverse. It says a temporary success, searching for riches, drifting, withdrawal, and numbness. Okay, we got need for rebirth and changes. Okay, these are in reverse. I know they're facing you like that, and we got judgment in the upright. So take that as it resonates, collective. It says answering the call to action creates new opportunity. Okay, a need to balance priorities when making choices. Someone was seeking. Somebody was seeking riches. They might have been in debt. They were seeking some type of riches. They did some kind of, it looks like a theft of something from the past, okay? And now they're like feeling numb. It looks like someone's feeling regret because they're stepping up to the path, okay? I just shuffled the cards and I didn't ask any questions or anything. I just said what's collective need to know. Okay, so this may be about you. This may be about someone else. Okay, but someone was kind of ruthless, cynical, ungrateful for things. They may have had like a temporary little win or something like that. But they were straying, okay, withdrawing, having doubt, whoever this was, okay, and some kind of judgment's been made It looks like they awakened to some type of spiritual beliefs. Okay. This says the tower in reverse. It says somebody's feeling trapped, locked in old ways. Okay. So take that as it resonates. Let's find out what's going on. Who's just feeling trapped and locked in their old ways? Holy Spirit, the King of Wands. Y'all pay attention, okay? All right, give me one card in the middle to represent what the energy is of the reading. What is the energy of this reading? Got the King of Wands. Refusing to give back something. Refusing to give back something. So take it as it resonates. Give me one card to represent the energy of the reading. What's going on here with this King of Wands? Holding back. It says, look, the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Wands in reverse. Repressed emotions. Emptiness. It says eloquent, untrustworthy. This King of Wands is untrustworthy. He's jealous. He's a thief. It says theft, oppression, dispute, jealousy, frustration. That's what the energy is of the reading, okay? So take what resonates. Bottom of the deck says surrender. Who do you want to surrender? Look at the world from a different perspective. Waiting. Okay? This is about somebody who was refusing to answer the call. So y'all keep in mind, I told y'all that sometimes in these readings, it could be about somebody that you're close to, or people that are surrounding your energies or something like that. So y'all take it as it resonates, okay? So tell me what you're talking about here. Give me a card for each side, because this is representing someone like refusing the call, blocking their logic, okay? Untrustworthy, delayed. This is a theft. So what is that about? Clarify. It says the Hermit in reverse. This is a social butterfly. It says darkness. It says mistrust, isolation, withdrawal, imprudence, haste. 9 and 9. Okay, we got water sign, Sagittarius, and Virgo out here. Somebody, okay, just take what resonates, because I'm hearing something about September 1981. Okay, y'all take that as it resonates. It says this King of Pentacles in reverse. Animalistic, materialistic, dull, corrupt, stubborn. It says controlling. This is about a tyrant. Refusing to do the right thing. Okay, so what does collective need to know about that? They're refusing to do the right thing. What does collective need to know? Look, something's bringing balance in, though. All right, so tell me what I need to know about this King of Pentacles in reverse, this Hermit King of Pentacles in reverse. We'll put them beside each other. That is a earth sign. Okay. What do we need to know about this Hermit King of Pentacles in reverse? It's like somebody that's trying to oppress somebody. This is darkness, mistrust, corruption, theft, emotionally repressed, numb, empty. This person like don't have no soul. Tell me about this Hermit King of Pentacles in reverse. Clarify it. Justice. It says use your intuition to set your moral compass. Somebody needs to tell themselves the truth. It says truth, clarity, cause and effect. Fairness and accountability. Can you clarify that? What you talking about with this King of Pentacles Hermit in reverse? Somebody that was worried about social status and the way they appear, way they look, just worried about the wrong things. Earth sign, worried about earthly things. Okay, it looks like they're going to bring in some kind of. It says external justice. External justice. What's going to happen here with this? What are you talking about? It says somebody going to jail. This King of Pentacles going to jail. This King of Pentacles in reverse going to jail. This is like, man, everything's showing like this is some kind of detective that was crooked. Okay? I know one of them. He's getting caught. Look. The same guy that I told you yesterday, it came out in the letters. It looks like this motherfucker's going to shoot his son. Go to jail for it. Y'all take what resonates, because that's what's coming from. That's what I'm hearing stuff about the yesterday's reading. It was talking about like a cop shooting their son, polishing their gun. Y'all seen it. So take what resonates. Tell me why the death card comes out. Growth always means leaving something behind. So tell me what this is right here. Somebody trying to oppress, jealous, theft. Some kind of justice coming in, fairness coming in. Through somebody maybe having a death of ego. Explain. The Page of Swords in reverse. Frivolous. Cunning. Defensive. Incompetent. Gossiper. How does this relate to this Ace of Cups in reverse with this Eight of Wands in reverse? It says release, forgiveness and recovery, alienation, kind of distraction. Is there something going on with this? Oh, God dang, hold on. Somebody's believing you over this person, okay? Why are we hearing about this corrupt because something's going to happen and it's going to bring in fairness. It says some kind of recovery from some type of emotional overwhelmed emotion. This person like asked you out or something and you denied them because they're corrupt, or they wanted to ask you out or something. You were not interested in this person. You had no interest in this person. This person is some type of had like clout, had clout in the community, and like they like. It looks like a detective started gossiping about you. Made up rumors about you. That's what it looks like. That's what it appears to me. Now, what's going to happen here with this death, this arrest and this death? Because it looks like that King of Pentacles is going to go to jail for something. It's going to bring you injustice. It says strength card. You don't know your own strength until it's tested. So somebody's strength's being tested. This is almost, man, I'm telling you. Did this damn cop person kill his son? Right for yes. It says he did. Out of anger and stubbornness. Wow. What in the fuck? Look. It's some kind of fight. It says strength being tested. uncertain outlook, resentments. Maybe the son killed the cop. I'm not sure. That's what it looks like, y'all. It looks like some kind of argument or something like that. There was resentments. There was a lot of fighting. Look at all the cards that are in reverse. That's amazing. The devil in reverse says to release from bondage, freedom of choice. Okay, help me to understand what you're saying. Somebody changed their beliefs. Somebody was in a group of people and somebody in that group of people wanted to step out or change their beliefs. 5 and 5. Release themselves from the bondage. Looking for a new start. Find the inspiration and take action. Can you tell me a little more about that situation? What is this King of Pentacles in the deck? The Scorpio wants to change his... Because somebody was being like manipulative as hell. Looks like, man, I swear everything looks like somebody might have got in a fight and killed somebody. That's what it looks like. It says, don't let your emotions get in the way. Everything's... It says returning to the same situation. Okay, can you clarify this? What's going on here? Because this looks like somebody was in a fight. Somebody died from it and somebody else went to jail. That's some kind of what's ushering in some kind of justice. How is that justified? Because they both were corrupt? Is that what it is? No love. There was no love. Look, lying, malice, envy, irresponsibility, carelessness. How the hell they're all coming out fucking in reverse, I don't know. Because they was in the upright and I had them straightened up. This person, whoever, this looks like there was no love on either end. Numbness on both sides. Looks like it's between two men. I swear that's what it looks like. A father and a son. Father and a son got into it and one of them hurt the other one. Oh my God. On his birthday maybe, in his fucking study with his gun. He was polishing his gun. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, y'all take what resonates. Tell me what collective needs to know. What does collective need to know about that situation that collective is? How is collective involved at all in that situation? That it would be coming out in collective's reading. Tell me, how is collective involved at all? It says, failure to give of oneself, lack of sacrifice. So you didn't fall, so they had to make a sacrifice. That's how you're involved. You understand? This is how you're involved. Is that you were the sacrifice. These people they're not like they're devilish for real. Okay? It looks like you weren't the sacrifice, so they made the sacrifice. It was between either the son and the dad, it looks like. Because how you're involved is you failed to die. You failed to die, collective. So tell me what else I need to know about how collective's involved in this. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Jesus Christ. It says, New approach to old problems. You keep like getting around this. They're trying to, man, they're trying to kill you, collective. It says enthusiasm for life, your joy and your trust in the Lord, everything is what kept you safe from this. So they made they had to make another sacrifice, collective. It says it's saying like your naivety, you're gullible. On the bottom of the deck, saying being gullible. But you were the sacrifice, and they had to make another sacrifice. It was a big fight. I mean, the whole group is fighting. The whole fucking group. Fighting. It looks like a father and a son got into it, and one of them got fucking shot. Because they had to make a sacrifice in your place. Your beliefs, I'm telling you, your trust in God is make you make moves that you don't even understand to get out of the way. You'll do something very unpredictable because you're led by the Holy Spirit, and you've got out of the way. But you had to get out of the way. This must have recently just happened. There's a huge fight going on. Somebody's gonna die, is what it looks like. So you're telling collective not to go back into that situation right now? This is the Emperor. Own your space with confidence. There's war, conquest, victory, strife, ambition, divine masculine, structure, and control. It says a need for hard work, organization, and foundation. So I ask you if you needed to stay out of that situation right now, and it's the Emperor in the upright. So collective is gonna, how is collective gonna hear anything about this? Because there's something major going on right here. Like there was a fight between a father and a son. And you're being told to own your own confidence, own your own space, okay? Because you did something in the upright. You did something right, okay? So I'm not sure if it's telling you. It said you're going to get some kind of unexpected offer, an unwanted proposal. On the bottom of the deck. What are you saying? Like the father and the son were interested in collective? And they had a fight about it because one of them was, I don't know, you might have turned them both down. Tell me what you're talking about with that Emperor by clarifying what the collective's part in it. And whether or not they should go back into that situation or hold back. Say it, man, what the hell? It says problems, insecurities, some kind of instability. So collective should stay out of... you got me confused with that. Are you telling collective to stay away? Or somebody has attacked your finances again? Boy, I need a fucking blunt. My head feels cloudy. Look, tyranny. So, this person has a lot of clout, I'm telling you. Whoever this is was trying to keep you totally repressed. So it says there's some kind of support that you don't know about. Turning the wheel. Some kind of King of Cups that you don't know about is about to turn this wheel right here. It says from struggles. Look, because of some kind of greed. Somebody knows about, somebody has this money, man. All right, let's pick them up and start over, because this is crazy. This is crazy what I'm feeling. It's like a group of fucking men witches. They're not witches. I'm telling you, this is like a group of men that are doing corrupt shit. Earthly corrupt shit. Does that make sense? Like having the means to go in and just ruin people's lives. It's like they're all involved. That's what it's showing. For somebody's greed to make someone else struggle. Please explain this. It says, look, between the King of Cups and the Emperor, there's a liar, a tyrant. All right, so tell me what it says, strength being tested. Your strength, collective strength's being tested. I feel that. I feel that very much. Your strength being tested. Something's happened that caused your energy to dim, like your light to go down. But you're trying to fight that, okay? Because something happened. Man, okay, does this person have a long arm? This motherfucker got a long motherfucking arm, so long that it reaches across the motherfucking country. This person got a long arm? Right for yes. It says, feel your grief, but know that things will get better. Grief, loss, self-pity, despair, disappointment, disillusion, fear of risk, and mourning. Something happened, energy of the unexpected, a conflict, movement, change. It landed in the upright. So y'all tell me, if somebody's like trying to reach right, look. Somehow this tyrant has control over all of the people that are like younger than him. Like he controls them through like his son, or the connection between his son and that and that and that. Because they're possibly all criminals and he's a cop. But he controls them like that. I'm telling you. It's aggressiveness. It says aggressiveness, dramatic, jealousy, deceit, self-doubt. So this person's got a long fucking arm. So their clout can reach across states and stuff. This is a detective. This ain't just a fucking regular Joe cop. This is a detective. This tyrant. Telling you. Because a detective can reach across states to get the law made or whatever, to bring in justice or whatever. They can reach across states more than just a regular Joe cop can. Yeah. And look, thank you, Zelda, for that. Look, and I'm telling you, this person can reach across. Look, I'm telling you, he's got a long fucking arm. Okay, is he the motherfucker about to die? Because maybe that's for the highest good, God. I don't pray for nobody's death, but that might be for the highest good. For that evil being to be just erased. Because he's sticking his hand in everybody's fucking lives for his greed. Look. I'm telling you, this person's got like they're too confident or too ego. It's ego, all ego. This person's greedy. He don't give a fuck about nobody, not even his own son. Nobody. Okay, his own son tries to live a life and tries to live. He may hang out with criminals. Hell, I don't know, because his dad's a fucking dick. But anyway, there's a huge like fight going on. Tell from the letters from stuff last night, it's saying that somebody shot somebody, so-called polishing their gun. Take that as it resonates. So tell me what I need to know about this tyrant. Untrustworthy, theft, oppression, jealousy. What does collective need to do about this? What does collective need to know about this? Like, listen, I was thinking before I started the fucking reading, we got the King of Cups. It says crafty, fierce nature with calm exterior. Generous. Somebody's crafty. Energy of the unexpected, conflict. The Lovers in reverse. Okay, so that's what collective's role is. You turn this motherfucking tyrant down. This person wanted to use your energy or something, and you didn't give them no kind of... She was like, oh, you disgust me. Because this motherfucker is cocky. I'm talking about this fucking cop thinks his shit don't stink. I mean, he really thinks he's the fucking... Like, everybody should want him. And you don't. You don't want nothing to do with him. But the rest of them, they don't either. He takes it. He takes it. Because they're criminals. You're not. This motherfucker was so fucking mad that you're not a criminal. Look, because you got a record. You got a record from something. But you're innocent. There's nothing on your record. You got arrested. Please let me explain this, okay? You got arrested because of a group of fucking... Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Y'all, my spirit just said, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Clarity, 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 clarity. Wow. So, there was a situation. You'd moved somewhere and that, because your life is just about, God just moves you around, puts you where he wants you to, so you just go there, okay? There was a gang, a real, like, there's a gang, okay? Witchcraft, witches, you know, that's what gangs do. They do rituals, they do witchcraft, they have croonies that go and do the things that they have to do, because this little gang was a tyrant. This little gang was a tyrant to the community, okay? And it was oppressing the community. Well, they tried to do it to you, and you started fucking exposing them. This is before you ever even did any kind of bullshit on fucking line or nothing like that. This is way before that, okay? You started recognizing, seeing, okay, and you put a stop to it. The community was fucking coming to you and asking you for your help, okay? And all them motherfuckers got caught and went to jail. You went to jail too, but you were innocent. They were trying to set you up. Right at COVID. So you had to carry a fucking arrest for 5 years. 5 years until all the courts and stuff got straightened up and that and that and that. And during this 5 years, you moved. Okay? You moved away. You moved kind of back home, I guess, to where family was and that and that and that. Wowzers, man. This is mind-blowing because it's the truth. It's the fucking truth. Those gang members in that, because this detective guy's got a long fucking reach. He's got a really, really fucking long reach. Okay? Well, this detective guy's related to them gang members, somebody in that gang, because he's part of the gang. God dang, if that don't even fucking look like that motherfucker that came, that was the head guy to stop that fight between the blood and the folks. That detective looks like that guy. I hope you use your discernment in what I'm saying. Okay? That detective, he's a gang leader. He's like one of the top gang leaders that don't get into the brawls and stuff like that. He tells them to go do shit to people and that and that and that. Okay, well, his son was part of that, whatever you did, and got him, and the son got arrested for being corrupt. Because they was trying to set you up. You didn't do anything. I'm telling you, the son's got a different last name. Because he was his mama's last name. The detective and his mama wasn't married. That's his fucking son, though, all day fucking long. If you really sit back and look and think for a second, they look alike. But you would have never dreamed that these two people were fucking related because you were way up there. You didn't even know that detective even existed at the time. But you knew about, like, you were familiar with the community and that, where that detective is over. Y'all, because you've been there, this detective has tried several times to, like, get your attention or whatever. You don't fuck with him. And you never even noticed him. You went up there and his son up there fucking running a crew. Do you understand? That son's up there running a crew. Well, that son got caught up trying to fucking get you. The way they got caught up, you were being helpful. You were trying to help somebody. Okay? And they put shit in your fucking car. And then went into a motel room and stayed in there 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 and stayed in there. And you were waiting on them because you had all their shit in their fucking car. And so you were waiting on them, and while you were sitting there waiting on them, you had somebody in the car with you waiting on them too, okay? Texting back and forth with them and that. And the cops came. You went to jail. You didn't do anything wrong. Nothing. That was all a setup. They took your car. The next day, that motherfucker that was in that room was driving around with your car with a bunch of shit, the corrupt shit. Like, they had a copy machine with checks, where they whited out checks, where they whited out numbers and shit on checks, and all kinds of shit, okay? But you didn't stay in jail very long. You bonded yourself out. You had to wait till you bonded yourself out, but you didn't have any money at the time, and they knew it because it was specifics, okay? They know stuff because you were real good friends a long time ago with one of their new inductees, because he wasn't part of that. He wasn't part of that gang back a long time ago when you knew him. Okay, I'm telling you. Okay, this is fucked up. That person is that motherfucking corrupts fucking detective's son. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It was almost like they was tossing you back and forth. Like they was tossing you back and forth between this county and that county, this county and that county. They'd run you off over here, you run to that county. But things in that county changed a lot. And you were just trying to, like, survive. And then people started coming to you because that's what they fucking do, y'all. Before I ever did any kind of card readings or anything like that, people just come to confess their things to me. And I don't even know them. Like, they tell secrets that I don't even fucking want to know. Okay? It happened a lot back then because I wasn't doing a public thing where I could expose them, okay? It happened all the fucking time. These motherfuckers would come and tell me fucking secret after secret after secret after secret. And I'd be like, why? I don't want to know. Just let me drive down the road and give me my pack of cigarettes. Don't fucking tell me. Okay? I don't want to know. I don't care. I don't want to know. I'm trying to fucking heal. I'm trying to make some type of, you know, some kind of move here. Okay? And you motherfuckers are just completely telling me all of y'all's gang secrets and and I'm going, I don't want to know your gang secrets. I'm not a part of your gang. I'm not a part of it. But several of them tried to make moves on you, and several of them you turned down. You knew what their energy was, and you turned them down. Wow. I want the letters to tell me the fucking names. Because it's Greg, TJ, Joe. Let me think. Okay, there's Rico, Jonathan, Bobby. Motherfuck. Oh my God. Y'all, I just got triggered again. So I'm always very inquisitive, okay? So while I'm up there in this gang, because I can't fucking believe the motherfuckers gangs, their mottos and stuff, okay? So I'm up there, and when I was up in that area a long time ago, it was all Bloods. There was a bunch of Bloods in that area, okay? It was a lot of weed selling, that kind of thing, but everything was pretty calm. I mean, there would be little rifts between them, the Bloods trying to keep the other ones from taking over, okay? Because they didn't want the meth and stuff in the area, okay? The Bloods didn't want it to be, like, overrun with meth, okay? Because I checked into, because I'm very curious about how gangs work and stuff like that, okay? So I start checking in because there's nothing but GDs and folks and fucking outlaws every fucking where, okay? Now the outlaws were friends with the Bloods for a long, long time. Everything was kosher, okay? Because the outlaws were an older group that stayed in that area. And they did their little meth thing in their own little circle, okay? It didn't spread out everywhere, okay? And the Bloods were they ran the show, okay? Because they kept everything on a, you know, pretty calm and pretty, you know, and they had a lot of clout because people loved them. I know that sounds crazy, but the community loved the Bloods being in charge, because they had experienced others being in charge before, okay? At this time, you weren't, like, all about knowing about shit like that, okay? Because you had been, like, you were in a marriage, and you were, you know, you lived a family life, and that. You got divorced, and you started, like, that was, you come out of your shell, and you became more of who you are, okay? But then you started finding out about these kind of things, okay? Like, because you were stuck in a situation up there when the Bloods were in charge. You were in a situation up in that area. You left that situation because of you got with somebody. You're trying to do the right thing for their kid and that and that and that. Golly, man. This is so crazy. But his old lady that he's not with, no, the divorce, she's part of that fucking folks and outlaw and GD scene, okay? So that when you came back to that area after you'd been gone for so long, you came back to that area, you're familiar with certain people already, okay? But you weren't familiar with this fucking gang that had come out of nowhere. You weren't even familiar. You're talking to Bobby, and you're saying, Bobby, what the fuck? Like, you're on meth? Like, you're a pothead, dude. What are you talking about? You don't do meth? And then he's like, you're seeing that he is being inducted into this gang. You're seeing it with your eyes. And that you were called up there to be roommates with Bobby to be the sacrifice for him to be inducted into the gang. Now, you looked into this fucking shit, this gang, and oddly enough, this is so fucking odd, okay? The founder of that gang, okay, your buddy's name Bobby Walker, and is fucking the founder of the gang folks, or GDs, I can't remember which one, is Bobby Walker. It's like his uncle or something. Like his dad's name also Bob Walker. Okay, but they're not the leader of this gang. It's something to do with like their granddad or Bobby's granddad. Bob's dad was the founder of that particular gang. You didn't know none of this, okay? And you're talking to gang members about it. You're like, oh well, did y'all know that the motto of the GDs is to better the betterment of the community? Did y'all know that? Since you're running around calling yourself GDs, y'all are corrupting this fucking community and hurting people and fucking raping them, throwing them out on the side of the road, all kinds of fucking shit, okay? And I'm telling one of the leaders of the gang, I'm telling him, TJ, I'm saying to him, did you know that that group was founded by Bobby Walker? That's odd, because Bobby's just a little peon. Always has been, okay? So you thought. And you just kept denying Bobby. Kept him. Y'all were friends. You was in a relationship when you knew Bobby before. Y'all were just buddies. And you just kept denying him, like you're not interested. You seen all the people he fucked with. You seen the ones that he fucked. You just kept saying, no, Bobby, I love you like my friend. I love you like that. I don't want to, get in a relationship with you or nothing. I love you like my friend. We are real friends, okay? And then he started turning on you. I'm talking about turning on you. And you were in the area. He was like your closest friend in that area. Like you didn't know very many because everything had changed dramatically. And he put you up as a sacrifice for that gang. I'm telling you, and you still fucking alive. Now, then you come back to this other area, and I'll be doggone. I told y'all this story. I did. When I was up there was a big, misunderstanding, okay? And there was a fight between a young blood. He was young, over a girl. And these folks was trying to, like 15 of them was trying to hurt this young boy, okay? And the big guy found out about it and came down. He was here. He was right there in front of me. And now that my eyes can see, he looks just exactly like That fucking detective that's down there where you moved to. Exactly like him. He noticed you, recognized you. He noticed you. I'm telling you. Telling you that detective is a leader of a. He's a big guy for a gang, either the GDs or the folks. And he has a lot of clout because he saved that fucking little young blood, and he's part of the folk people. He saved that little young blood. Told them that that's uncalled for, this and that and another. They're going to start a fucking war just by fucking with that boy. I mean, they was really hurting that boy and shit. It's fucked up. But he saved that little young blood. But seeing you for some reason, I don't know. There's something to it. But that guy, I swear on everything, because he was talking to me, that leader guy talked to me. Because I seen stuff. I seen what was going on. He asked me if I seen it, and I told him what I seen. Because that young guy, the young blood, his shirt, he had on just a undershirt, like a t-shirt, not a wife beater, a t-shirt, a white t-shirt. He was just wearing a white t-shirt, okay? Like what you'd wear under your clothes. And it was just shredded, like ripped and shredded. He had blood all over his face. His head had a big old knot on it. And he was just trying to, look, that young blood was a badass, I'm telling you, because he didn't get killed in it, whatever they was doing to him. He was fighting it, but he had blood I'm talking about, all over his face. His shirt was torn, ripped up. Okay, the girl was pregnant. She was like 4 months pregnant. She had a little bump. Okay. And there was like 15 of that other gang doing that to that boy, wanting him to leave because she was pregnant. He wouldn't leave because she was pregnant. He would not leave. He was like, no, I ain't going nowhere. That's my old lady. I'm not going no fucking where with you guys all around and this, that, and another. It's the only place she's got to go, here with her grandma. She was staying there in that area with her grandma, and he was protecting her from, you understand? Okay? And they didn't like his presence being there because they just had overcome the Bloods. The way they did that is they set up the leader of the Bloods. He got caught up in a robbery, a hold up. He was holding somebody up. And the guy had a gun and turned the tables on him, made him strip down all his clothes, took off all his clothes, and took him out in the middle of nowhere and left him out there, pistol whipped him and left him out there. So he lost all his clout, that guy did. And that's how they took over, okay, that area. And that detective, that crooked fucking detective, he is a gang leader. It says lying, malice, obstinacy, envy, irresponsibility, and carelessness. He's the gang leader. He's the one telling them all to do this corrupt shit. I named them motherfucking names. Y'all know I'm right on the money on that motherfucking shit. As far as the women go, we got Kim, we got Angie, we got... Oh my God. They had like 4 doppelgangers that looked just like you, and they would introduce you to them all the time. Oh my God. That is so fucked up. That's so fucked up. Y'all, the more I think about it, you know, they stole my car because it was their gang color. Look at this. I say stole my car. There. Fucking cherry comes out. I had to walk. I had to walk 87 miles, y'all. I did it twice to get away from them. Seeing the big picture, I see it clearly, boy. Take a methodical approach and you'll achieve your dreams. Cleverness, responsible. This says community, groups, energy, communication, and growth. So is this cop and his son gonna, one of them gonna kill the other one, and that's gonna be the done deal? Because they both going down. One of them be dead and one of them be in jail. Is that what's happening? Give me a card that shows me if that's what's going on. Because there's big time fighting and big time disagreements, like big time going on right here. It's in the reverse for the sun card. That's a fucking double entendre, okay? Because it's, look, like everything's being exposed, but in some kind of deceptive way. It says unhappiness, negativity, loneliness, failure, and need for reflection. So it's, man, it's about a kid. A kid and a dad. I say about a kid. There he is right there. Like having to surrender. Tell me. Page, it so hurts. It's about a kid having to surrender. Take your time to think before you act. Restless, energetic, talkative, eager, curious, and aggressive. Need to balance priorities when making decisions. This kid is about to turn in the dad? I swear that's what it looks like. Y'all, it's fucking 51 degrees out here today. Is that crazy? That's weird. It's 51 degrees. I'm cold. I got my cover on. Look, he's about to tell. Look, the sun respects you. Your clear communication expresses what's best for all. That's what it says. And you were really good friends with Rico. Had a dream about Rico that he turned into a motherfucking werewolf. Was in a cage. And turned into a werewolf of some sort. Like a big monster, a big beast. And he didn't want to be that. Like he didn't want to do that. But you had a dream. You don't dream very much. You had a dream that it was getting around like a full moon. And that they had already, this cage thing has been there for him. And he was going to it like his normal Rico self. And he was like, well, it's for the best. And he went in there, they shut the cage, you saw him. He turned into some type of fucking monster, like a werewolf. Okay? And it seems like he escaped out of the cage or something. But you woke up. Well, a little later on, you went and told Jason White. You said, Jason White, what is going on? He said, what do you mean? I said, are they fucking doing rituals or what? He said, what do you mean? This is an old cat. This is the old cat part of the gang. He's an old cat. Okay? He not no leader or nothing. He's just one of the old cats. Him and Shank. Okay? Jason White, Shank. There were several other ones, okay? But Jason White, you told him, man, I had this fucked up dream, Jason. He's like, what it was about? And Sheila was the fucking aunt. Oh my God, Sheila is the sister of this fucking sick ass fucking detective. Oh my God. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm having big clarity right now. Like, oh my God, it just fucking all makes sense. Sid's name was out there. Oh my God. Jason White came to that other town with you to give your daughter something for Christmas or something. You didn't want to go by yourself. God dang. And he sat out in the car and talked to all them motherfuckers. Sheila was wanting to come because she had family in that area. Man, does it make sense now? Because that motherfucker, that son, he went to jail on his own. They was trying to get you locked up for it. But you, innocent. Anyway, when you got back to that other fucking town, immediately you did nothing fucking wrong. You're just living there. They got cops coming to other fucking people's rooms, asking for you that you just come in 5 minutes ago, fucking accusing shit and all kinds of fucking fuck shit. For 9 years. For 9 motherfucking years did this to you. They'd try to get you get a job, this, that, and another. Look, they had all your information, everything. Because you're the only person that had to have a police record to work at this store. In all of the whole history of this store. You're the only person. They got your social security number, they got your birthday, your height, your weight, your color of your eyes. They got every single thing because you had to fill that out for your police record. Then all of a sudden, that paperwork just vanished when you asked for it back. Somebody's going to confess something to you. Looks like the son. The son. God dang. I thought all that was behind me. It was right in front of me the whole time. But I couldn't figure it out. I was like, God dang. How are they even fucking... I mean, like, what is that? Why are these people attacking me? I'm totally innocent. Like, why? I couldn't understand it. I'm just a person that can move to this town. Like, y'all been on me like fucking stink on shit. Fucking since the day I stepped foot back in this town. What is up? I couldn't figure that part out. And now my mind's eye, my third eye, is seeing that motherfucking leader of that gang. I can see him clearly is Detective Tino Santiago. Santiago Brooks. It is him for sure. That leader of that gang that showed up in Cartersville. Said he come from Atlanta. But he didn't come from Atlanta. He come from fucking damn near Alabama. That's him, though. For sure. That's him. What's collective need to know about this situation right here? That shit, that's him. One distinctive thing that okay, it's like my spirit registers things, okay? I distinctively remember the guy's height. He was real high. He was real tall. And the color of his eyes were like this. Sort of. Like a golden color. As Tino. For sure. I wasn't even putting it together, nothing. I just had to, I can see the guy that was like, that came to take charge of that fucking fight up there is him. It's him. And those fucking ones, the ones that was attacking that boy, one of them was that guy's son. It says temporary success, searching for riches, drifting, withdrawal, and numbness. Need for rebirth, changes. Look, I'm telling you, and that crooked cop, your daughter is a criminal. That would explain why your daughter gets so fucking nasty towards you. Because she got to pay a price if she's kind or nice to you. You follow me? Wow. It says arrogance, abstinency, delays, treacherousness, obstacles, and disorganization. Your daughter may be even trying to run you off so she wouldn't have to deal with the blunt of the Good morning, good morning. That's what's going on. Wow. This says the 8 of coins in reverse. Carelessness, lack of meaning behind actions, meanness, hoarding. They've been attacking your work. Man, that is so... Hold on, y'all. I need to take a moment. That shit right there is so fucking... If any of this resonate with y'all, y'all hit that like button for sure. Hit that bell notification, okay? Because this is right on point. Oh, my God. So, Kim, Mark, oh, my God. Y'all, man, y'all. Oh, my God. Jonathan Scott's sister is the one that was, that got out of the car and hit you in the head, took your phone, trying to take your shit. There's a tower coming, y'all. There's a tower coming. This says the sun and a tower. Success lies ahead if you keep the path. Always expect the unexpected. What does collective need to know here? And I know, look, I don't have no doubt at all that those motherfuckers was watching my other channel. That gang that lives up there in Cartersville, Georgia. Yeah, I don't have no doubt at all that they was, oh, wow. The Weavers, too. The Weavers part of the Outlaws. The Weavers part of the Outlaws. The Weavers is my grandma's ex. My grandma died. And my papa had all that land. It was my grandma's. Okay? And he gave that to his kids. But it was meant for you and your sister. And they're a big group of the Weavers. They got like 9 of them. And they're part of the Outlaws, which is the older clique before GDs came and folks. GDs and folks are supposedly the same. Okay? Wow. So clear. I mean, just clarity. Okay, so what's going to happen? What does collective need to know? Whew. This explains all the attacks and how close, man. And they were keeping you confused and that, so you couldn't tie it together. I'm telling you. It was keeping you in a state of all the time. All the time. Like all the time. So you wouldn't connect that is the leader of that gang. How the fuck do you hire a leader of a gang, Chief? Telling you it's the leader of a gang. They're thieves. That's what they do. But that's not what their motto is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a protection and a keeping the community going. Like keeping the community in high spirits and that. That's what their name motto is to mean. And they did the total opposite. Tell me what collective needs to know here. What's the advice for collective about finding out all this shit? Give me some advice for collective spirit. It says, speak your mind to solve your problems. I'm speaking the fuck out of it. Gary Morgan's part of it too. Oh, this is all allegedly. This is for entertainment purposes only. Gary Morgan's part of it too. I'm telling you, this is gang related. Then you remembered that Dre was from the fucking area because you said, I need to go down here to visit my daughter, that. He said, well, I'll be going down there soon to have a family reunion. So I said, you're from down around the area? Yeah, Heard County, he said. I said, oh. Yeah. So Dre may be, huh? Then you got all these motherfuckers coming out of nowhere. It says, speak your mind. Okay, let me finish this. Speak your mind to solve your problems. Logic, power, heart of the matter, insight, clarity, breakthrough, and ideas. Cutting through shit. That's what you've been doing. You've been speaking your mind all this time. So some kind of truth that collective's already spoken is already in action. The universe has done put something in action. Let's see. Says the Queen of Cups, speaking her mind, y'all. I'm telling you. Be open to receive the healing and nurturing you need. Kind, good-natured, compassionate, calm, receptive, and embodied. Man, this is blowing my mind. And all of a sudden, is Tim part of it too? Tim, there's two Tims. Oh my God. One of them's your childhood friend. He was in jail. He was in prison. Because he pistol whipped somebody during a robbery when he was 17 or 18. Went to prison. Oh, fuck you, man. Fuck you, man. And this motherfucker knows all of your childhood friends. Just all of a sudden, I know where all your childhood friends just turned on you. All of them. And you're like, what in the hell? Like, you guys know me. Because you turned him down too. We got the Hermit in reverse. Mistrust. Isolation. Something about envy. That shit making me feel sick. Yeah, the sun's shining. It's 51 degrees out here. Sun's shining though. And it says, the Two of Swords in reverse, bad choices, action, decisive actions, misrepresentation. So there was gossip, rumors. Okay, what was they trying to do to this Queen of Cups? Just tell me. Like, what was they... Because the Queen of Cups started doing a public profile, a public thing, because of the attacks. You didn't walk around talking about that you were psychic or nothing like that. You just knew shit. You didn't walk around talking about it. You don't talk about it now. You just know shit and you give the information. Okay? You didn't... Before you started a public profile, you did the same thing. You just wasn't on camera doing it. You didn't walk around saying, I'm psychic or this or that or nothing like that. You just being your natural self. Helping others through your knowledge that you have. Then you went online to fucking prove. Look, that is definitely that Queen of Cups. This is definitely that Queen of Cups. Saying actions, decisive actions. Tell me what collective needs to know. It says the Magician in reverse. It says weakness of will, illusions, manipulation. Beginning of creation endeavors, inspiration and origins. There was some type of broken communication because it's in Mercury. It's like you were speaking your truth, and they were putting like some kind of silence spell on you. I'm telling you, there's magic being done on you for sure. I know for damn sure. I talked to too many of them fucking gang members, and they told me there was rituals that went on. There was all kinds of stuff. I talked to the old school ones. I talked to the elders. Do you understand? I talked to the elders of the community. I went to the people that were in fear and asked them what's going on. You know, what's going on? And they tell me like stuff from the past, like when they were all young, the elders. I'm telling you, there's rituals. All those gangs do rituals. All of them. So something is the lack of fulfillment, unfinished. So what's unfinished? Tell me what's unfinished for collective. Everything has turned out well. Enjoy your success. Everything's unfinished. It's unfinished, but this is what come out. Because of your persistency. Your consistency. You're not giving up, and you always telling the truth. Do you understand? You're always telling the truth is what's going to bring all this to an end. It says happiness, compassion, trust in the universe. That's what's going to bring it in the end. Optimism, high-mindedness. What else the collective need to know about this situation? Because it looks like somebody's going to shoot somebody. Go to jail. Wheel of Fortune. Fell to the floor. Coming to your door. It says you have the strength in new beginnings. The cycle restarts. Change, chance, fate, happiness, cycles, destiny, luck, and karma. You've done the right thing. You're going to get good in return. Okay, so it's crazy that it started out, because I got triggered about it. Started out talking about this father and son deal. Y'all, I think I just exposed the whole fucking can of worms. Because now this motherfucker went from being in this little town to being chief in the town right next to it in another state. Real long arm. Look at that. It says reach out for the help you need when you need it. Cooperation, teamwork, realization, influence, and common goals. So it looks like a Capricorn is going to come talk to you. Telling you. Remember I told you something to do with your fate. A Capricorn wants to talk to you. Now, I told you yesterday, a group of people want to ask you questions. I'm telling you. This shit says take time out and the answer will come. Restoration, reflection, recharging, abundance, and rest. Rest and ease. This says be happy with the results of your actions. I am. I expose the fuck out of these fucking corrupt motherfuckers, especially when they hurting kids. Because that's why I was helping that motherfucker in the first place. Because he had a kid, and that little kid loved me. He was very innocent. I was like the chauffeur, y'all. And when I was waiting on them, I would sit with the kid, and the kid would play with me, and we would talk and stuff, this little child. And I was helping them move, and they set me up. They knew that I would fall for the little kid. They knew that I would do it for the kid. Because Mimi said, JEANBEAN, please, for my son, please. The son wasn't there, but they all did. He'd chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Bye. Bye. Your fate is going to pull through, y'all. It's going to be unexpected success. I'm telling you. It says something about there's some kind of, don't give up. They're telling you not to give up. This Empress don't need to give up. Okay, so tell me. Wowzers. What does collective need to know for the right here, right now? Right now. Hold on. What does collective need to know for the right here now? The Sun card and a Tower. That's a 17. What's that make? A big old 8. We got the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. It says, success lies ahead if you keep the path. Glory, gain, satisfaction, radiance, positivity, strength, and vitality. Always expect the unexpected. Collapse, upheaval, destruction, foundational shift, reality check, ambition, and adversity. So this is a cause and effect card. This is, if you did good, you're going to receive good. If you did bad, you're going to receive bad. It says, seek for change and options, investigation, and willpower. But this was all to keep you from getting your birthright. Because if they would have been able to sacrifice you for that fucking narcissist-ass grandma of yours, they would have got the money. Y'all think I'm full of shit, huh? Well, your cousin lives up there in that area too, and your aunt lives down in this area. From the narcissist grandma. Nanny. That hates your guts just for existing. Just for existing on the earth, she hates your guts. Would do anything to take you down. But now she's dying. She was in her early 80s back then. Now she's in her 92s and 3s. Dying. I'm telling you. I believe the cousin feels guilt because you and the cousin were best friends as adult people. You didn't know her as a child, really. But y'all was really close. I believe the cousin feels guilt over it. Y'all, and her birthday. All these motherfucking birthdays. God dang. This month right here is filled with them. Filled with these birthdays. That's probably what happened with my money. I don't know. I went to get my car fixed and all that shit and all that and that and gas prices and this and that and another. Next thing I know, I don't have any money. It's crazy. I have not had any money in forever, and that was even me paying all them bills in that fucking apartment. I've always had like a little money here. I mean, I got this car fixed. It cost a little more than I thought it was. Just a little more, but I had to pay back shit from the month before. Because this fucking Aries era is not me and Aries. It don't fucking blend. I've been surrounded by Aries my whole life. Like fucking tyrants. All these people that have been coming in contact with me, 3 of them was Aries, 1 of them was a Leo. The Leo was up there in Virginia. The other 3 were Aries. That's so fucked up. It says things are going to move on to calmer waters. A transit, an exit, and moving beyond problem solving. A journey, deeper thinking, research. It says responsibility, harmony, alignment, healing, and empathy. You left. You're on the fringes. You're the princess of the borderlands. And tell me this long arm can motherfucking reach, because this one's brother and that one's cousin are all corrupt cops in different fucking areas. They were a gang and became cops. It says release, recovery, alienation, growth, energy, groups, and community. Y'all, on everything, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the absolute truth. That's how it all... Because you would be like, how in the fuck? Like, how in the fuck did that just come right? Like, what? It's because they're all in a gang. This is gang activity. Talk about gang stalking. Literally. Literally. Not spiritually. Literally gang stalking you to do witchcraft on you. Because you're not a witch. And you're very powerful. And they all know it. Takes a whole fucking what? 3 states to fucking attack you? You're extraordinary. Yeah. You are protected and loved by God. Even when you fall and that, okay? Because you turn to God in all of those situations. Okay? You realize that you're fallible. You're a human. And you always, and you told all of them, you'll never get me because I'm a child of God. You told them. You told that young group of gang members. Look, it's somebody in that group. I'm telling you, somebody in that group wants to come in and give you some kind of support. Rick. Fucking Rick. Rick sat in your car with you that night, the night before you got locked up, and talking to you. And you was telling them, like, very, very serious spiritual things. Like, this is before you ever did anything with cards. You know nothing about this. Like, okay? And you're very enlightening to people, okay? You was telling Rick several things. And Rick was very, very shy kind of person. He was shy. He was shy. But very much with a lot of clout. Rick may very well be a cop. Look, somebody's about to give you some kind of... From the past. Sharing your success builds more success. Giving, receiving, fairness, justice, generosity, sharing, influence, and nobility. They've all been watching everything and seeing you're still fucking alive. I'm telling you. What should collective do? Get offline and just stay off of YouTube, doing any kind of readings or anything? Should collective just stop doing their readings? I mean, you see how it's free and everything, and it's not very lucrative. What should collective do? Stop giving them the information? It says, listen to your inner voice when making the choice. Libra. It says, stalling, indecision, strength through suffering, peace restored, and stalemate. So you're at a don't know what to do right now. A need for balancing priorities and decisions. Well, that's what I just asked. That's what I just asked. We got some kind of serendipity. Don't let your focus close. Wait. Don't let your focus close you to new ideas. Because something is just so stagnant that it won't fucking get off of collective. It says the King of Wands used the dynamic energy of a leader. Swift, strength, power, will, courage, leadership, successful, visionary. Don't let your focus close you to new ideas. Listen to your inner voice making the decisions. Use the dynamic energy of a leader. Reach out to others with love and compassion. This person from the past is going to bring you something. Scorpio. And this person wasn't a lover or anything, but they were part of this group. They're going to give you it. Wow. So, all right, what's your advice for collective right now and here and now? What is your advice for collective in the here and now? It says, freaking celebrate self. This right here was all like falling out. It says, you are strong, energetic, and ready to take on the world. Skillful, brave, clever, logical, competitive, ambitious. Opening to communication, groups, and growth. Celebration for you. Receive some type of award. Adoration. That don't fucking, that's too vague. I want you to spell it out for me. Just spell out success. God dang, look, that just came out in my hand. I thought that was on the bottom. Telling you to stay vigilant, stay optimistic, stay positive, stay golden. That's what they're telling you. That's what you need to do. Stay optimistic, be in your clarity, be in your own strength. You don't even need to be around them, or you can be, but it almost seems like they're telling you to go talk to people. Own your space with confidence. They're telling you to go talk with people. This could be you, owning your space. That makes me think that you need to go somewhere where you've already been and just sit there and make them make you leave. Make them make you leave. That's what I'm telling. Is that what collectors should do? Because somebody got your house. Ooh. Fell to the floor. That shit says motives, superficiality, confusion, short-sightedness, and ignorance. It says the balance of opposites in decisions. The balance of opposites in decisions. J and a B. Toro. This is about balancing opposite. A balance and opposing forces. Both of these are about balancing opposing forces. Don't say that. Don't say that, Stacy. Remember what I told you about them words, boy. Don't you fucking say that, girl. Oh, shit. Here's an opposing force. A tyrant. These two cards are about balancing. This is a 7 and a 2. This is about balancing. With that in reverse, this is about balancing the opposing, the oppression. With optimism, honesty, determination, sheer grit. That's how you fight the opposition. That's how you fight the opposition. Because you're a light, they're darkness. You keep being truthful, honest, brave, stepping up, not hiding yourself. What else you want collective to know about that? Because this is what I said, what do you want collective to do? Look at that. Learn to take life as it comes. Be positive and negative. I swear that's what it says. See if I can make it where it's more clear. That shit says be positive and negative. Stacy, I'm going to tell you real fast that they said that God couldn't even sink the Titanic. So what you just said, it says arguments, inner and outer conflict, struggle, boldness, tension, rivalry, and competition. Energy of the unexpected, conflicts, movement, and change. This is all about balancing opposing fucking forces. Y'all, it's cancer, something to do with the cancer. This is the advice of what collective needs to do, woman. You know what I'm saying? And I now am the truth. Okay, well, I'm just telling you. It says something about fighting this something unpredictable is about to happen. These two cards both said unpredictability. And it says some kind of balance, changing circumstances, argumentative, and wandering. This is a balance of good and evil. Inner and outer. Within and within on the outside, on the surface. All 5 of these cards. All 5 of them. And then it goes to the 6 of Swords. All 5 of these cards talk about balancing good and evil. Be positive and negative. Seeing from all aspects. Balancing good and evil. All 5 of these cards say that. And expect the unexpected. How do you deal with the unpredictable? Stay positive. Stay in a golden state of mind. Even be naive a little bit. That's how you deal with the unexpected. Having total faith in God. It's going to come through for you. It's going to come through for you. It says move from problems and be mindful of what you take. Exit. So you don't want, it says something about there's something unknown that you don't know that is going to be said. But you probably know it now because you had like total clarity today. Fucking A, man. God dang. So let's see, let's go to Mike and Julie, old school gang. Other Julie. She's part of the old school gang. You know what? I just started having this, taking the good with the bad, yeah. And knowing that you have the potential to buck the fuck up if you need to. People seem to think that you're supposed to be all gentle and shit. When it comes to fucking darkness and the demons, you're supposed to buck the fuck up and chop their motherfucking shit out. You don't gotta be kind to this darkness. You don't have to be. I'm telling you, you got the potential to challenge it. Be positive and negative. That's what it said. Be positive and negative. Balance it out. I mean, I don't know what people got in their brains. Like, I really ain't sure what they got in their brains about angels and earth angels and the way it all works. I try to tell y'all. Y'all think Jesus was a pushover? I'm just, trying to figure that out. Do y'all think Jesus was a pushover? Because he wasn't. He walked straight up into that damn church, the church where they were selling and trading and shit by himself, knowing that there was fucking guards everywhere. He said, fuck y'all, this is my Father's house. What the fuck y'all think y'all doing? What do y'all think you're doing? At that time, none of them could touch him. They didn't lock him up or nothing. Understand that. Look at here. You're balancing it out. You're bossing up. Staying positive about your life. Okay? Golden. Being golden. That does not mean be a pushover or let people kick you around. Man, are you kidding me? That's an injustice in itself. To allow somebody to kick you around is an injustice for them and for you. Somebody got caught up in their like a power, like they let power go to their head or something. Anyway, this says something about there's some kind of chaos, control, mastery, investigations, and responsibilities. Okay, I just want to know the outcome at this point. I'm going to get some letters, because that right there, what I just... It's like I'm seeing all of it just unfold right here in my eyes right now. Like it's just like a big old movie just showing me how it just unfolded and how they're connected and how that goes to that and that and that. Hell, it could be making a big old pentagram in the sky. I don't know. Because it all fucking connects like that shit right there. Every fucking body involved. Your family members, the gang members, your friends, your enemies. Back to your family members. Back to the connection of how they're connected to the GDs, to the outlaws. Back to the folks. Back to the... I mean, it's really fucked up. You're going to get some kind of public recognition. I'm telling you. What do you need to do? What does collective need to do? I mean, like, fuck all the staying positive and shit like that. Okay, we'll stay positive. Okay, we understand that we need to stay positive. What do collective need to do here in this physical realm of this situation that's going on? Because, y'all, my money's been fucking tacked. I'm telling you. Because they can't do nothing to me physically. They've tried and tried and tried. And they have kept me oppressed with my money situation all this fucking time, man. I'm sick of it. Because I'm abundant. I've always been. Even when I was a kid. It's really crazy. It started with my grandma and my cousin about the money situation. They started oppressing me. I'm telling you. And the length and number of the people that they had attacking you, and here you are, still a fucking alive. I gotta say, collective, you need to motherfucking pat yourself on the back. Because you did it with no motherfucking help. Everywhere you turned, it was a rejection. And you still fucking alive. That's gotta be testimony that God loves you, that you're doing something right for God. It's the money thing, because it's earthly. Fucking fuck. I'm telling you, I'm having epiphanies. I'm fucking telling you. They can't touch your spiritual abundance at all. They cannot touch your spiritual abundance. Besides taking earthly things from you and making you dim your own light by concern over earthly things. Get me? And that's what they've been doing. They taking your abundance away. They might give you a job and then fucking when you're used to it, getting that money, just snatch it away from you. Just fire you for no reason. Throw you in the street for no reason when you're paying your bills on time and getting everything done on time. It's all about the earthly things. That's what they can control. They cannot control your spiritual abundance. 1444, y'all. I'm telling you. 1 and 5 4s. I'm telling you. Let go of, I'm not your granny faggot. Who the fuck are you? I have 2 grandchildren. You ain't one of them. Bah. Don't call me granny. I'm not your fucking granny. I'm not none of y'all's grandma. None of y'all's grannies. None of you. I have 2 grandchildren, and that's it. They're the only ones that have the right to call me that title. Understand that. I'm not your fucking grandma. Don't even put me in that fucking energy, because I'm not your grandma. I'm not your fucking grandma. Somebody's moody because of materials. Oh, that's what it's saying, man. I'm telling you. They try to dim they try to attack your spiritual abundance through earthly things to dim you. They're trying to keep you at like feeling unstable, but you got God. Okay? That's why it kept forever saying, let go of the money part of don't concern yourself with the money part. God will provide that. You need to just keep speaking your spiritual truth. You need to keep living in your spiritual truth. Staying golden. Okay? Quit concerning yourself with these money situations because they're putting you in them. Okay? Find a balance between it. Telling you, it says all life's answers are within you. Wisdom, solitude, inner truth, divine inspiration, and enlightenment. That's where your abundance lies. That's where it lies, in your light. I'm telling you. Okay, what is the outcome of this? Is collective going to receive earthly abundance through the tower, the cause and effect, the wheel turning? Is that what's going to happen? Because there's a shift happening, y'all. This person has been very lucrative doing all of this stuff to you. You understand? And there's something shifting. The world's going to turn upside down. Everything's going to change back to what you remember as a child. The love of your family. Because you couldn't understand what the fuck. Makes so much sense, y'all. It makes so much sense. I'm really having an epiphany right now, and yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Hot. It says temperance and magician in reverse. Spiritual war. It says seek balance and create a calm atmosphere. Moderation, tranquility, serenity, combination of forces and realizations. It says insecurity, ineptitude, weakness of will, illusions, and manipulation. Be positive and negative. It's going to give you the answers. Keep saying that. Think how they think. Their money. This is spiritual. This is earthly. The magician in reverse is earthly. Greedy. Manipulating spiritual for earthly. That's what. The magician in reverse is black magic, dark magic. This is a spiritual war. You're abundant spiritually. They keep messing with your earthly shit. It throws you out of balance. They're telling you not to be out of balance over that. God will provide for you. That's showing doubt. Okay? Because it says seek balance and create a calm atmosphere. Combinations of forces. That's a combination of forces if I ever seen one. Listen, hell, I'm sorry. The only other one would be the devil in the upright. That's the devil in the upright. the magician in the reverse. That's the devil in the upright. Understand, it's an earthly thing. He reigns the earth. God almighty. Okay, so it says, look at that. Wowzers. Everything in fruitation and wisdom from all stages of life. Legacy, inheritance, roots, security, family, prosperity, pinnacle of success. Let me tell you, if you can maintain a balance in this, it's going to be lucrative, because God wanted you to be spiritually strong when you receive this, so it doesn't corrupt you. Because money can corrupt people to the maximum. And God wanted you to be spiritually abundant and strong before you got this. Because it could have led you down a bad road. Look at this. Money regained after severe toil. Rags and riches. That's what it says. It says money regained after severe toil, determined, abstinent, recovery, assistance, and gifts. And then we got this right after it. Because you, to be spiritually strong, to receive these earthly rewards, without your spiritual strength, you would have fell into darkness with that abundance, that money. It would have corrupted you. Maybe you would have went and just, I don't know, become a drug addict or something. I don't know. Maybe you would have went into taking big risk and shit, trying to gain more money or some shit like that. But you've become spiritually strong, and you know that, okay, to be responsible with this money when you receive it. If you would have received it when you wanted it, it would have been your downfall. God loved you and stopped that. We'll say it in pretty layman's terms. If you would have received it back then, it would have been your downfall completely. All right, where's the cards that I'm looking for, that I'm seeking out of this? I really need to pull all this stuff out of here. Thank you for showing me. Thank you for showing me through these people, these strangers. So I got heaven and hell out real fast, but that's not what these ain't the cards that I was looking for. But they can make the same statement, be positive and negative. That's what the Seal of Solomon is. Combination of your light and your dark. That's what the Seal of Solomon is. Understand that. One is of light and one is of earth. It's where the silver and gold comes from. It's where all that shit comes from in fucking the Denver airport. That with the things on the ground that show silver and gold beside each other. That's what that's depicted. Take what resonates. I just seen an angel sitting in a cup. It says ending and rebirth. What? Numim, mamaya, an aha moment. Endings and rebirth. All right, so what okay, let me find this and then I'll ask. It says streetwise. That's a combination of positive and negative, ain't it? Being positive and negative, streetwise. You've overcome their challenges. They tried to kill you, several times. What was that boy's name? See, it was a cowboy. He sang country music and walked around everywhere with a guitar on his back, but he didn't have a car. He was a hired hitman. He was hired to kill you. He couldn't do it. It says a desire to know. God dang, if this ain't talking right to me about what the fuck I'm talking about, y'all. I swear if this resonates with y'all, hit that like button and subscribe, y'all. This is a fucking amazing. It says delays, a horse, something from the past. There's something about a horse's head. It was in that movie Porky's. It was in that other movie, where that guy was like a platoon leader and they chopped that horse's head off and put it in his bed. It was also in The Godfather, the horse's head being chopped off. Why am I hearing that? Because that means something. The chopped off of the horse's head. That's in several movies. You know, it was in The Godfather too. It was in several movies. Where they chopped off the horse's head and put it in a bed. On like 4 movies, I'm seeing it in these movies. It was in The Godfather. Y'all don't remember that? Yeah, really. Look, he lived in the woods. He lived in the woods. Yeah, walked around with a fucking guitar on his back, an acoustic guitar, and he'd sit and sing country music at the convenience store to try to make a little bit of cash. It says spiritual communication 53. Y'all, this is listen what it's saying, okay? It says delays. It says spiritual communication. What's the last thing you want collective to know out of the cards? It says jealousy, 11. It says rejuvenation, 9-11. Look at that. This one come out first. I'm going to show you how they were laying. When they fell out like this. This one fell out first. It's 9, rejuvenation, 11, jealousy. Let's see. That sounds like my mom's birthday. It says ingratitude. This card says ingratitude in the creation of all things. This card says jealousy and victory. This card says rejuvenation and overthrow of authority. Y'all take what resonates, because nothing is coincidence. That's a bear. This says a malevolent behavior. Political authority. There's a reason why both of these are, why I'm seeing both of them. Man, somebody wants you to get coffee, fortune and fame. A voyage by sea. Collective's going to be famous because of this? Is that what you're saying? Collective's about to be famous because of all of this stuff? It's going to be like televised? Restoration of life. Collective about to be famous because of all of this? It says lust and weak will. 32. There's the horse's head again. Poking out from behind. Look, that's not a whole horse. That's just his head on the side of this dude's head. Ambition. Y'all seen how that fell out. It says patience. 2 more cards. That's the 6 and the 7 come out back to back. 5, 6, 7 it says out here. Something is working it to line something up. What's 2 more cards for the outcome? Is collective fixing to be famous because of all of this incident? Divine grace. A 10. Patience. Ambition. Last card. Somebody wants to marry you. Transformation. 67. 6, 7, 6, 7. There you go. Transformation. That's what 6, 7 is. That can be used for the light or the darkness. Some kind of transformation. That's the outcome. Losing the... letting go of the... Look, this is all about a spiritual war. Letting go of the need for the earthly things. That's what this is. Lust and weak will. Letting it go. Your ambition is to go towards the spiritual. Patience, divine grace, and transformation. They were controlling you through something to do with your money. I promise you. This says, political authorities. It says longevity and contemplation. I'm telling you, fortune and fame again. You let go of the need for the expectation. Listen, because they were controlling you. Like, they give you, like, okay. You would take the job because you just didn't have nothing else to do. Then you'd work that job for a little while and started kind of depending on that money. After so long, you thought, okay, well, you know, I can afford to do this or I can afford to do that. It says the perception of unity, restoration of life, propaganda of light. You go to work, they put all these motherfucking obstacles in your way. Patience fell out. For you to have to use that money for this or that or whatever, and then they'd fire you for no reason. Like, just take the job away from you. So you're right back to where you started, and then you're having to deal with things. Okay, that's how I got kicked out of the first. Man! That's how I got kicked out of that first little tiny house. Thank you for the silver star. Okay, that's how I got kicked out of that first little tiny house, because I paid my bills on time every time. I lost that job. I had something automatically coming out of my card because I thought I could cover it because I had plenty. Okay, I canceled that for it to come out, and it came out anyway, and it did it again the next month. It fucked me to no end. So I went to the landlord and I said, look, I've got $400 of the $600 rent. I've got $400 of it. I've never been late, never nothing. He told me I had to move because these motherfuckers came in and offered him $800 a month for that place. Okay? And he didn't even give me no kind of... They manipulated it through... They knew about me having like... Ipsy and that kind of shit. Okay? Through family members. So they knew that money was coming off of your check, off of your card or whatever, okay? And you tried to have it stop. For some reason it didn't stop. It took it out anyway. And you was all right with that, but then it took it out again the next month. And when it took it out again the next month, you weren't prepared because you didn't have that job anymore. So you went to the landlord and you asked the landlord, hey, I'm 200 short, okay? This motherfucker gonna give you $200 to move. Thinking that he was about to get $800 a month, but he didn't. They manipulated that too. They squatted on his ass for 6 months. But that didn't do you any kind of good. They had all your stuff because you didn't have no way to bring it. Everything in that house, they moved into a furnished apartment for free for 6 months. And you was thrown in the street. All of this has been earthly material. You need to stop worrying about that because God's providing for you. He will provide for you. And little did you know how disloyal your child or your family was going to be to you over being manipulated through fear. You had no idea. Your kid's probably in fear right now. They have to be mean to you. They have to. They have no choice. Or they're going to get caught up for their corruption and go to jail again. And they don't want that. They do not want to go to jail again. It says forgetting. Scandal. Divine grace. Ambition. Fortune and fame. Number 56. I get it. I get it. I fucking get it. I get it. Instead of being raped by this faggot, she can just be mean to you and they won't bother her. As long as she's consistently being mean or hateful to you, shutting you out, pushing you away. Maybe she don't want to, but that's how it's keeping her safe. I'm just saying. I gotta go to the store and get cigarettes, y'all. I'm out. I'm fixing to get one of these that are already put out. That's what's happening. I promise. Misty and Jay. Oh my God. Misty gay? I believe Misty's gay. She was a jailer. She was a jailer. She worked with you at the fucking Circle K. Yeah. All that doesn't even matter. I don't even care about that. I want a friend. I don't even care about the living in my car thing. It don't bother me too bad. I want a friend. Like a real person. Inner and outer work. Something about a scandal. I'm not too much worried about the house thing. I want a friend. Whether he or she beats a romantic thing later on or what, I don't know. I'm not even concerned with that. I want a friend, a real person. Not no fake fucking full of demons, motherfucker. I mean, even if they're flawed. I want a friend. That we can communicate and talk to each other. I don't care about no tiny home. I don't care. I mean, that'd be cute. That'd be nice. Whatever. But I don't want to be stuck somewhere where I'm all alone still. So I might as well stay in my fucking car. Hopefully, at least in that way, I might find somebody to become a friend. Because if I get stuck in a little tiny home, I'm stuck. and I want a friend. I don't know if there's one out there. Somebody feeling fucking ashamed of what they did to me as my friend. No, I don't sell spicy content. Really? Really? What's your fucking deal? What are you on here for? Nate from TikTok? What are you here for? Nate that keeps on fucking harassing me on TikTok? What are you in this room for? Why are you here in this channel? I mean, you've got like 4 Nate profiles, and all 4 of them have fucking harassed me on TikTok. What are you doing in here? Well, Lady Lynn, I can't look. Okay, we'd have to rearrange. And I gotta say this, and I'm not trying to be hateful or mean, because I gotta take care of myself. Do you have money? Would you have money to take care of yourself while we travel together? Because I can't take care of you and me. I can't. I can't afford it. But I'd be more than welcome to come pick you up, and you could travel with me. But you got to be able to feed yourself and that, because I fucked up trusting these people up here in Mississippi and spent all my extra, like my food stuff, my money for my food stuff, and that. And then I ended up, when my check came, having to spend my cash money for deodorant and stuff like that. Okay? It's fucked my check up this month. I'm fucked for some reason this month, just like that. Got my car fixed. I was feeling positive about it. What are you talking about, Jay? What are you talking about, Jay? Nate? What are y'all in here for? Like, what is your reason for being in here? Spying? Is that the only reason y'all are in here, is just to spy? I don't want to go to no fucking room with you at all, Jay. Like, no room at all. I don't want to be in your presence in any kind of way. Like, I don't understand what you're doing in here. I rebuke you, Dean. Leave. Bye. I don't know what Nate's doing. Nate fucking stalking me on TikTok. Stalking me on here now, apparently. It says a fall of an empire. It says a false promise. And it says neglecting duties. Traitors and conspiracies. What's your highest form of advice for collective from the angels and heaven and hell? Being positive and negative. 5 cards. It says loyalty. It says fraud and misrepresentation. That says Phoenix. It says intellectual talents, lust and weak will, and divine grace. Wow. Bottom of the deck says restitution. That's your advice. 69. Yeah, this is something to do with a fucking cancer. I'm just saying. I want to show you these cards and what they're saying. Okay? You got to let go of, like, material type things. Okay? Be it. I see. I see. Lust and weak will. You need to, look, use your intellectual talents, your spiritual gifts, your knowings, okay? You're knowing to receive this divine grace. You keep falling into some type of weak will, okay? Somebody might be nice to you and you just trust them. When you realize that it's too late. When you finally realize they're just manipulating you, it's too late. But you're being saved by the grace of God and being moved out of it. But they've already been able to attack your finances, your earthly things. That's exactly what that fucking bitch was doing in Texas. She's trying to drain me of everything before I got there. She was trying like hell to get me there on her birthday, but I kept delaying. 3 times. 3 fucking times in the midst of that travel, going to Texas, my intuition told me to turn around, and I still went. 3 times. They were trying to drain me completely of my money. Somehow, they must have been talking to each other. Maybe the 4 of them. That's a witch covenant. North, south, east, and west. The only thing is they're all Aries and 1 Leo. I'm telling you, they were trying to drain me of my money. When I got there, it was depleting. Y'all seen me. When I got there and I was sitting in my car and I was just like, help me. Because they're sucking all my energy out now. I mean, I could feel it when they were doing it. The thing in Mississippi, she wouldn't let me bring in my clothes. She kept telling me I could wash my clothes, and every time she'd stick clothes in the washer or in the dryer. It's all manipulation to drain me of any kind of abundance that I had accumulated by being diligent. All of it. It was a sheep. She was a wolf in sheep's clothing because she. How clear. She used like that's crazy. It's an aha moment today, y'all. Fucking A, man. We got a 16, which is a 7. Some kind of choice and loyalty to yourself and your path. It says falsity, okay? Because somebody was trying to misrepresent. It says fraud and misrepresentation of the phoenix. That says phoenix. They were trying to, I'm telling you, you were deceiving yourself by trusting and believing and going against your intuition. God dang it. Y'all, I feel this way more spiritually than I do saying it. I'm telling you. I was going against my intuition, hoping for a brand new beginning. I'm going to tell you, I'm confessing right now. I was hoping for a brand new beginning. And I would get in these places and I would see I don't fit. I don't fit for some reason. Because I was a light and they were the darkness. I'm telling you. They were trying to manipulate me by, they weren't confessing with their mouth. God dang, Gene. They was using Jesus, but not confessing with their mouth. Kept. Dang it. 3 of the 4 worship Mary. They're Catholic. But we're claiming to be Christians. But I know, I have a lot of knowledge about the Bible and stuff like that. And that one at the end, that last one, you started seeing the demon. You could see the demon, boy. She's getting pissed off that I kept saying stuff that come out of the Bible. And she said, every fucking verse that you can say out of that motherfucking Bible, I can find 50 to counteract it. I said, go find it then. Show it to me. Where God says, don't worry about tomorrow, it will take care of itself. That's all I said to her. And her son actually said the same thing at the same exact time. And then she started being demonic. That's when she came over there right. She's telling us to fucking fix our plates. And so, thank you so much. As soon as we start to go fix our plates, telling us that we gotta shuck our own shrimp and that, yeah, which was fine. I was stopped on a reading to come inside and make my food and that. And get in there. The son's kind of talking to me, and I'm talking to him. She's telling us to make our plates and that. We're making our plates and that, right? And she comes right over there. I grabbed the trash can and put it between me and him, so we can both shuck peel our shrimp. Okay? Well, I put it right between us. I peeled one fucking shrimp. One shrimp. And there she was, all up in between all of it. We couldn't even get to the food to put it in our bowls or nothing. And I was like, you know what? Like, I didn't say anything. I just kind of looked at her. And then she started carrying on about her car. There was nothing wrong with that bitch's car, y'all. Nothing. She kept using that as some type of excuse. I guess she wanted old Frank to come over there and get back with her or something. I don't know. But there was nothing wrong with that fucking car. At all. Nothing wrong with that car. I worked at a car auction. I do have knowledge, okay, about what a radiator does and what it's supposed to look like when it works and fans and that, okay? And I'm looking at Frank and I'm like, has it ran hot yet? And he's going, no. And I'm going, I'm going, she's lying. Why? Why is she lying? She bitched about having 2 cars in her yard that don't run. And there's nothing fucking at all wrong with this car. Nothing. It mighty could have used a tune-up. That's about it. I guarantee you, she probably needed new spark plug wires, not even spark plugs. Because she said that when it started running hot, it would go like that. And I said, that's not running hot. That's fucking, you're misfiring. And the boy, she's pissed off. Sat there on the porch and said, this is what she said. She said, okay, thank you so much, Jill. Thank you. You have a blessed day and stay golden too, darling. But anyway, I'm about to do the letters, but you can come back and watch the rest of it at 2:24:09. Okay? She sat on the porch 3 times. I said, let me look at your car. Before anybody was over there, it was just me and her there. I said, let me look at your car. I have a little knowledge of it. I know little things, okay? Let me look at your car. She would not let me look. I know what's wrong with it. It needs a radiator flushed. It needs a radiator flushed. It needs the radiator flushed. She kept saying that. And I said, okay, man. I said, okay, you don't want us to look at it. You want the fucking car to run. You bitch about it 24/7, all day long, every day. But you don't want nobody to fucking look at it. Anyway, so when Frank was there and I was there and we were looking at the car and we were both looking at it, agreeing that there's nothing wrong with this car. Nothing. We tried to make the motherfucker run hot. We tried everything to make it run hot. She gonna sit on the porch and say, well, since you know so damn much, why didn't you fucking fix it in the first place? I said, I motherfucking tried, bitch. You wouldn't let me. I said it right there in front of all of them. I said, you wouldn't let me pop your hood. You wouldn't let me look in your car. You kept it locked. You wouldn't let me check under the hood at all because you know that what me and Frank are saying right here is the truth. There's nothing fucking wrong with this radiator. There's nothing fucking wrong with this car. If anything, all you need is a spark plug wire or maybe spark plugs. That's what I said plainly. Then she was all mad after Frank left because he was like, I can't see nothing wrong with it. I said, Frank, ride down the street with her and see if it'll run hot. He said, I ain't getting in the car with her. I said, me neither. I said, me neither. So, I don't know what she was trying to manipulate there. She was trying to manipulate something right there. But I believe that she was trying to think that Frank would think I was crazy or something. But I was on my game. I went straight to the YouTube. I showed him. I said, oh, this is where the thermostat is. He was like, oh, you know your shit, don't you? I said, yeah. I said, go to YouTube and you'll find it. He said, yeah, YouTube will do it. Okay, and she was hating the fuck out of that. That I was giving him, oh, this is what it says. Look, Frank, it's all that's working fine. She was getting pissed. Told me. David was still there. Told me. Well, he was supposed to show David how to do that shit and that and that and that and that and that. I said, what was stopping him? I said, what was stopping him, Karen? Because I was getting real sick of her fucking smart assiness. Okay? I said, there wasn't nothing, nobody fucking stopping him from flushing that radiator out. But he, like me, seen there was no reason for it. There was no reason. She don't need no radiator flush. She especially don't need to put that radiator flush in there. And the fucking thing about the radiator flush, this is funny, okay? He said, well, go on and just pour the radiator flush in it while it's running. It clearly says on there the car must be cold to touch. He's telling the son to just pour the radiator shit, the radiator flush into the full radiator and then drive it down the street. That's what he's trying to tell him. I said, don't do that. I said, you really gonna fuck this car up if you do that. Leave it the way it is. Don't put that radiator flush in this fucking radiator. There's nothing wrong with it. And he didn't do it. And I told David to the side, I said, there's nothing wrong with your mama's car. I don't know what she's carrying on for, but I know for a fact there's nothing wrong with that radiator or those fans or those relays because they work the way they're supposed to. Once it got up to almost halfway, it was almost halfway, and the fans turned on for 2 or 3 minutes, or a minute. Okay, the fans turned on. It went up to about right at less than 3/4 of a way, but this is an 87 Nissan Maxima station wagon. Okay, so you know where the hot shows on the thing. Okay, well, okay, I would have to draw a picture or show y'all right here. Well, that fucking shit, like that far away from the H, and she's swearing that was running hot. And I said, that's not running hot. That's perfect. That's the way it's supposed to look. I said, I worked in many cars. I've been in many cars doing condition reports on cars, like an insurance adjuster. And we had to check radiator and if it was going to overheat and that. And we sat and let that fucking car run for over 30 minutes, revving it. Never ran hot. But the radiator started flowing like a fucking river, and the fans started turning on like they're supposed to. There's nothing wrong with the relays if the fans are turning on like they're supposed to. And boy, she was pissed as fuck. Maybe she wanted him to tear it up so she could complain, so he'd have to come back over there. I don't know. But she was upset that he hadn't been over there in a long, long time, and this, that, and another. So y'all take that as it resonates. Just saying. So y'all take what resonates. Anyway, there was all a bunch of manipulation there to drain me of my money. She was draining me of my money while I was there for that, like, 4 days before I went and got my car fixed. And I was having to borrow money from something else. Trust me. I believe they all knew each other. I believe they all knew each other. Take what resonates. Y'all, if any of this resonates, hit the like button, subscribe. If you want to donate to me, it's Cash App, $ANGELMOON6237. If you want to donate to YouTube, it's the Super Chat, all of that stuff in rubies. Take what resonates. Okay, so something is bias. Bias. Bob. Hobby. Hermit. No, there's no R. Hell. No hell. Hall is bias. Ball. The ball is in your hand. Somebody's tall. Shot. Shoot. Scott. Shoot Scott. Jonathan Scott. And what's her fucking name? Janice Scott. Oh wait. Janelle. It was like Janice or Janelle was her name. Scott. I'm telling y'all, it says something about FBI. School shooting. What? Take what resonates. Triple A, 4 A's. Table. At the table. At table. There's no E. Something about JJ and JT. Oh, this is J. Jordan. Oh, God dang it. Is Larry Jordan related to these faggots? Y'all don't even know. Anyway, something about silver. Somebody accepted silver. FBI school. Really? This is a habit. Habitual. It says habitual. Habitual school. FBI school. Fab. Jab. Wrist. 3075. It's a 10, a 5 in the beginning. Y'all take them numbers as they resonate, okay? Because I'm sorry, I should put them down like that. It says Ava. I want to say her name. It could be Menez. That name sure does keep coming out. This is a doppelganger. This is that girl that was on Facebook that my mom pointed out to me and said, look, this looks just like you. And I said, oh my God, it does. Flashback. And I called Chief and said, have y'all caught this bitch? Because that is not fucking me. And he goes, oh yeah, that's taken care of. I said, what's her fucking name? He said, Ava. I said, why do you think that she was trying to look like me? He didn't have no answer for that. Cool as bitch. Cool ass bitch. It says cool ass bitch. Something that's mutual. Mutual. There's only one U. Okay. Slam it. Flash back. Flash. Bash. Florida. It says something about a film it. Film it. Some type of collaboration. Collab. To what? To film it. What are they trying to film your... All. Film all. Calm. Something about claim back. Claim it. Claim it. Back. Full. Something in the mail. Somebody manipulated the mail. Yeah, or the mailman was in on it. Act as babes, lambs, sacrifice. Shh. Cane. Oh, there's not. Callie, tail. So something you might have had a tail on you. Flush a lot of I don't know, halls it. Blame. Jay-Z. Oh, it's something that's fictitious. Okay, gossip. Halls. It says the balls of for FBI school. I don't know. Maybe they want to send you to FBI school. I don't know, because you're fucking genius. Y'all that resonates. I'm telling you. That's what I'm seeing. All these fucking A's. Still. Be still and know that he is God. Still facts. So somebody stole the facts. The facts are still... I want to say it says human, but it doesn't. Hubbub. I see hubbub out here. Facts. Ill facts. Got somebody named Hill. Bill. A Bill facts. A Bill. Who? This is like wisdom. This is God's wisdom. Who, y'all. Bam. Somebody's like... The dancing queen. A veil. Okay, they're telling you to avail. You're going to claim something on the facts. Libel. Okay, there's libel. There's not a lot. Acts of all. Acts of all. Acts of all. Let's read out of Acts and see what they want to say. It says acts of all. So, claim FBI claim I'm a something job. Let me find Acts. I was looking at the letters. Just flipping through the Bible, not even looking at it. The letters. Acts is 13:35. We went to Acts 13:52, 11, 17. It's with water, but you shall be baptized with the Holy Spirit. If therefore God gave them the same gift as he gave us when we believed on the Lord Jesus Christ, who was I that I could withstand God? When they heard these things, they became silent, and they glorified God, saying, then God has also granted to the Gentiles repentance to life. Because he was baptized in the holy water, John. And Peter is defending God's grace in that rise, Peter, kill and eat. But Peter said, no, not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything common or unclean. And a voice spoke to him again the second time. What God has cleansed, you must not call common. That was done 3 times, and the object was taken up into heaven again. So bless everything. Oh my God. It says Cornelius. If that, maybe why it's saying corn out here, y'all. I'm telling you, this something is mauve. Mall. IBM. MBI. Men in Black. All fall. Facts. All acts fall. Somebody's haunted. Something about the hall. Then we got jail. Facts. The facts are putting somebody in jail. All fall. Full of what? Bloom. Vocal. That's out here. Talking to God. Join. Okay, that doesn't say join or something about Cali. What? You gonna be invited to go to Cali? Habits of fallen. All habits fall away. Coma. Job. Somebody's tired of their job. They're in a job coma. Burnout. It says half. Al. Saul. Being positive and negative at the same time. Half job coma. Habits. Chose. Oh, it says bitch out here for sure. We're in Luke now. The tree is known by its fruits. For a good tree does not bear bad fruit, nor does a bad tree bear good fruit. For every tree is known by its own fruit. For men do not gather figs from thorns, nor do they gather grapes from bramble bushes. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart brings forth good, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart brings forth evil. For out of the abundance of the heart his mouth speaks. But woe to you who are rich, for you have received for your consolations. Woe to you who are full, for you shall hunger. Woe to you who laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep. Woe to you when all men speak well of you, for so did their fathers to false prophets. That's telling me that if motherfuckers is talking shit about you, collective, motherfuckers talking shit about you, you must be doing something right. You on the right path. You doing the right thing, okay? That's telling you if everybody talks just wonderful about you, if they like they do about this crooked ass motherfucker, if everybody talks this wonderful about you, that's the same as they did to the false prophets. This says Coach Ball. Coach Ball. Commit. It says Coach Ball. Oh, I thought there was another C. Coast. Of the coast. Job. FBI school. Half. It says habitual. What is that? Why are you saying that? Of coast half. There it is, y'all. Something about chafing. Chaff. What are you saying? Famous something. Almost famous. Shut up. Almost famous. Something about an alternative. This says almost, and it says famous. Almost famous. There's a movie. And how it changed that boy. Boca. I'm seeing Alabama out here. Alabama. Josh. To Alabama. Out to Alabama. Out of Alabama or out to? Because it said to Alabama first. But I claim fast. I claim fast. Something is in Alabama. Lost it to him. Lost to him. Flash. Failed. Fail to something bias. Fail to claim, fail to call, fail to call. Something about almost famous. This is fabulous. Wow. I can't even believe they're saying these things. Lost silver. Act act of, it doesn't say Satan, there's no N. Act of him, his act. He failed to go to claim the call over money. This is something about a ballet or a ballot, a vote. Family, familiar, familiar, sabotage, sub. Ava was a sub. Slot, caught, slot, cult. A club. A lot of cults. It says clubs, caught, I don't know, salt club, halt, come to a halt. It says fault. Aim, fault, aim, claim, fault claims, false claims, sabotage, to some type of mission, jabs, stabs. Man, I swear this still feels like a father and son fighting. Somebody's going to get shot. Shoots his. Shoot his. Shoot him. Shoot him. Fall. All fall. All fall. This is tall, like a giant. It says clash. All right. Flame. Okay, don't say flame. There's no E. Something about a boot. Somebody's got a footprint. They got some kind of print. Last. It says Tim. Aim. Tim aim. At something. Flash. Chase. Lose foot. Fall. So we got a name out here. A Tim. Tim is a name. Has a fall. MJ, AJ. We got those as names. Boobs. Somebody filmed. It's saying something about a film. Like someone filmed some type of sexual act between you and that person. So something about in jail. Jim, there's Jim. Somebody got shot and is in a coma. To humiliate, humiliation, humiliation ritual. I'm putting this up. I'm done. It says bloom. It's a lot. Sometimes that just pulls all of. I have to take what resonates. So there's a lambs, biolab, 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 to something about a school, FBI school. Slam, slam jail. Slam jail habits. That goes back to yesterday. Somebody got a DUI, got put in jail, and they're shaking. They didn't go to recovery. They didn't go to recovery. They forced to quit drinking. That's why they're shaking. Somebody named Ava, Jim, Tim, Tom. JM. Okay. We got AJ, MJ. Well, damn if fucking AJ wasn't right there at that fucking store, too. God almighty. Well, hindsight's like 2020, ain't it? Like, hindsight's straight on the fucking money. That's fucking crazy. Had Dawn and Dean at Ann's all the time, all of a sudden, when they wasn't nowhere. And then they all of a sudden was there. You know what, God? I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about this fucking bullshit. I'm gonna keep living. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. I'm gonna sing my karaoke wherever I can, wherever I don't bother anybody. Like I'm here where I'm at now. I'm gonna keep doing that. And I don't give a fuck what them motherfuckers do. And no expectations on my getting recovery for all the shit that was stolen from me. I don't have any expectations on none of that. I just want my life back. That's all I want. It's just my regular life back where I can go out and make decisions and either prosper from it or fail. I just want my regular life back because all this shit that's going on, they've stolen everything from me, y'all. Over and over and over and over again. I don't care. I just want it to quit. My car with everything in it, all of my belongings. I walked away with nothing but the clothes on my back and coming out of jail. Like every single thing when they kicked me out of that little house, everything that I had accumulated and was doing okay and paying my bills and stuff on time. Every single thing, I had to leave it. I couldn't take it with me. My mama wouldn't let me bring it. So I could only bring a bag of clothes, a duffel bag of clothes. So I gained all of that, and then I started at my mom's. I was going to like the food pantry and stuff, and they had like giveaway stuff, like stuff they give to you, like air mattresses and stuff like that. I had to leave all that. Mom, there was no room in my car. This last time, I had to leave even my bird. They've taken all this material stuff. I don't even. Many times, my husband, he took it too. Took everything that we accumulated together for 13 years. And I'm not worried about that stuff. I just want my normal life back. This is a big network that attacks me. Huge. And I started this channel, these channels, this online shit to defend myself. To document the things. It seems now they're using that against me too, to find out where I'm at and so on and so forth. I need to go to the store and get a pack of cigarettes. It's been a wild ride, I'll tell you now. I hope they get caught so I can just live my life. They took my family. My family took my family. Ain't that crazy? Out of envy that I still alive. They tried to kill me. Care about none of it, God. All I want to do is just go and be happy. Find one friend. I don't need a group of people. I don't need a bunch of people around me. Just want a friend that I can depend on, that they're trustworthy, and they can depend on me. I don't. Y'all take it as it resonates, collective. It says spirit talker again. So y'all take that as it resonates. We says smudge and cleansing. Take that as it resonates. The whole puzzle's been put together. It's been brought to life because I spoke it out in my mouth. So if something ain't fucking done about it, I may step off the fucking path and go about my way and not fucking do no readings or nothing, because I'm motherfucking sick and tired of this fucking continuing and nothing being done about it. It says the forest. Support. $32 again. Humility. Wolf. Both coincide. That's 1, 2, 1, 1. That's 3, 2, 1. That shit says 3, 2, 1. 32, 1. Why are you showing me that? Cedar, sacred medicine, protection. You're protected. Support, humility, the wolf, and protection. 32. If you've drawn the forest today, you may be called to help it. They want me to read the first part. Okay. Forest teaches us how to be a commanding presence without the need to utter a word. And the nature is so vastly sacred and contains with it the potential for unparalleled levels of healing. All life on Mother Earth relies on oxygen for survival, and there's a symbiotic relationship between us and the forest via the process of photosynthesis. Our exhalation of carbon dioxide feed the trees, which in turn results in oxygen being released into the atmosphere. This serves as a reminder of the immense importance of the natural world plays in our survival. As you walk through the forest, you may see an old spruce, a young maple sapling, a tall juniper tree, and a short cedar. It is through their differences that the forest has strength. Although each tree stands alone, the energy possessed by the trees collectively reflects on our own ability to hold each other up in life, even if we're different. Tree roots are wrapped around one another like arms embracing and uplifting those who need support. This holds within it the lesson that when those who are under-supported, like minority groups, are cared for, we are all cared for. If you have drawn the forest card today, it may be a call to help bring unity among a group of people in your life. Your strength, whether it be spiritual, physical, emotional, or mental, may be required at this time to help others in need. By embracing diversity, positive and negative, that's what diversity means, in your own unique perspective, you can be of service and assistance. Remember to take time and stand among the trees, feel the earth beneath your feet, bathe in the grounding energy, take in the smells of nature, and meditate on how you can provide support in the same way that the trees support one another. Take that as it resonates, and then a brand new beginning. You're here to be authentic and to show others an example of authenticity in their life. Okay? It says, humility teach us all that we are all equal, and that all forms of life are equally valuable. It is through this sacred grandfather teaching that we are taught that no one person is better than another, and it is through the consideration of putting others before ourselves that we can truly express humility. Wolf carries the sacred lesson and offers its knowledge to us. To ensure its own survival, the pack must operate as one, and each member must understand its individual role within a group. The same is true. You're the alpha, baby. You're the example. It says the same is true within our individual lives. Humility is what allows us to serenely ask for help. I could use some help right now, y'all. Only when we recognize and acknowledge the Creator's role within our lives can we truly be humble. Accepting that all beings are equal is to capture the spirit of humility. On this way, Wolf becomes our greatest teacher. I'm telling you. For example, it bows its head while in the presence of others and will not take food until all members of the pack have received a share. This respect given to one's community is an important lesson and not one to be taken lightly. If you've drawn this card today, someone close to you may be needing your assistance, or perhaps you are the one in need of assistance. Give yourself permission to ask for help. I already asked. Give yourself, it says, there might be an opportunity that comes your way where you must work within a group to ensure that all goes well. Practice the lessons of humility so that any projects you're involved with run smoothly. The next page is truth. Said protection. Grandfather, son, sacred fire, gratitude. Reciprocation, spirit guides. Take what resonates, collective. The message was these two cards. It's something about your role in a group of people being authentic and showing others the way to be authentic, that they don't have to be corrupt and that they can trust in God. And God, if they need all that money or whatever, God will provide it. Also saying that somebody may be in need of your help, or you may be in need of others' help, but that could go for both. You helping someone helping you back. Take it as it resonates. Take it as it resonates. Y'all, if this has been your reading and it resonates with you, because this show has been fire, boy. An aha moment. A filling in all the blanks. Everything falling into place, okay? It's ushering it into the reality of the 3D world. It says, positive thinking. My life is full of small patches of light. I direct my thoughts to that which brings me well-being. I place what is weighty for me into the hands of the universe. Little by little, the light awakens in my being, and I find serenity. Take it as it resonates. One card plopping out. Harmony. That goes so well with this. It says, I open myself to the divine being within me. I am the image of God. Thus, I have the power to bring light into my life. I turn any darkness in me into something beautiful. In the absence of resentment, anger, and doubt, I find harmony. Positive thinking still on the bottom. You are the teacher. By staying in your faith, staying in your true essence, your authenticity, you're showing others how to be authentic, that they don't have to be false or fake, okay? And through God is how you stay authentic. That's trusting God, period. Period. Y'all, if this resonated with y'all, hit the like button. If y'all want to donate to the channel, I do definitely need some help. This is for real. I definitely need some help. If you find it in your heart to send $1, I really need some help right now. It's very insane, crazy. But I can pay you back. I can pay it back. But it'll be possibly next month, at the beginning of next month. Just, I need your help. I really do. It says Zephaniah. It says, He will quiet you with His love. He will rejoice over you with singing. I will gather those who sorrow over the appointed assembly, who are among you, to whom its reproach is a burden. Behold, at that time I will deal with all who afflict you, and I will save the lame, and gather those who were driven out. I will appoint them for the praise and fame. You heard that. For all those who were driven out. He's going to quiet you with His love. Just trust in Him that you're going to receive the help you asked for it. God, I need help. I need help with material, financial. I need money help right now. I'm asking. If y'all want to be a part of that, it's Cash App $AngelMoon 6237. That's all I can do is just ask. I really, 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 really need it. It says, in every land where they were put to shame, He's going to gather those who were driven out, and I will appoint them for praise and fame. That's what it kept saying in the heaven and hell. It says, in every land where they were put to shame, and at that time I will bring you back. Even at that time I will gather you. For I will give you fame and praise among all the peoples of the earth, when I return your captives before your eyes, says the Lord. Then I wanted to read this too. The command to build God's house. You have sown so much and bring in little. You eat, but you do not have enough. You drink, but you are not filled with drink. You clothe yourself, but no one is warm. And he who earns wages to put into a bag with holes. Thus says the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Go up to the mountain and bring wood and build the temple, that I may take pleasure in it and be glorified. Says the Lord, you looked for so much, but indeed it came to little. And when you brought it home, I blew it away. Why? Says the Lord of hosts. Because of my house, that it is in ruins, while every one of you run to his own house. Therefore the therefore the heavens above you withhold the dew, and the earth withholds its fruit. For I called for a drought on the land and the mountains, on the grain and the new wine and the oil, on whatever the ground brings forth, on men, livestock, and on all the labor of your hands. Put the Lord God first before any of your material. Don't let the Lord be in ruins. But according to the whole thing, Zephaniah and that, it's saying that you've been an example to these people, to these groups of people that are okay. Yesterday we talked about it. This whole earth is the Lord's house. He's got a tabernacle tent over it. These people have laid ruins over greed and lust, and you've been the example. You've been the example, and he's gonna redeem you, and you're gonna get praise and fame. That's what it's saying. He's gonna redeem you. He's gonna take down all those that are causing his church, the world is God's temple, his church. You understand? He's going to take away those, he's going to bring them to shame and you to praise and fame for being authentic in the word. Maybe you got caught up or something with all of the attacks and shit. I don't know. But he understands you because you have a relationship with God. You do have a relationship with God. This is about hold on, Libra. There's something about a Libra, y'all. It showed me 4 times. Their powers of meditation and negotiation are beyond compare. So a Libra could be bringing some kind of justice in for you. Or it just could be meaning justice is coming. Balance between negative and positive. That is so crazy because all this resonates with this reading. Is that understand that you have faults too. Okay, you understand that. You do. Okay, so maintain the balance between your negativity and your positivity. Okay, because when they attack you or whatever, you have a tendency to lash out and wish them dead, and and you need to come to like an understanding of that part of it. Okay, like you be wishing them dead, but you don't mean it, but you say the shit. You understand? You need to be calm and rational when dealing with these people. Okay, something is coming through for you because you've been diligent and brave. Being diligent and brave, that you don't have to be smart. God's asking you to use your spiritual intellect. It said it in the cards. So use your spiritual intellect. Let him show you what to do and just trust it. Even if you have no clue. Like if you're like, what? Don't question it. Just trust what God is showing you. You're an example. Please understand that. By your obedience to God, even if you've been put out in the street or what have you, by your obedience to God, he's kept you alive, he's kept you protected, he's kept you safe, and he's given you all your needs. Register that. Register that. Understand? Be grateful and thankful. What is of the most importance? Figure out what's most important. Well, in my life, it's my eternal soul. This fleshy world ain't. It's my eternal soul. My relationship with God. Am I being obedient? That's what's important to me. Over making millions and millions of dollars and stuff like that. I wouldn't do all this stuff for free. You know how many people charge for this? For all the information that I give to y'all? Psh, please. They do it on their memberships. I was $1.99 for my membership. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Do what's morally right. What you feel in your heart. And if you feel like helping me, because I'm asking for fucking help, because that's not fucking easy for me to do, please help me. I need it. If you want me to pay you back, I'll pay you back. All you gotta do is just let me know. I really need the help. These super chats and super thanks are helpful for next month. Not this month. I need it now. I never ask y'all like this. I really fucking need some type of financial help right now. I'll pay it back if I have to. Because something happened. I swear to God, I was under witchcraft. This whole month is probably going to be like that. I'm looking at 4 more birthdays in this month alone that are against me. That are very closely related to me. Not these strangers. I'm talking about 4 more that I know that are very, very closely related to me. Very, 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 very. All of March, all of April is just covered with the birthdays that have been surrounding me, that have attacked me all of my life. Anyway, if you find it in your heart, it's Cash App $AngelMoon6237. Y'all stay golden. Ring the bell. Hit the like button. I love y'all. I'll be back whenever I can. And I believe maybe that my phone's going to get cut off because it's done told me 3 times that it was. But it's still on right now. So Thank you, God. I'll see you on the flip side. Stay golden.